Hey everyone, it's Jeff, and today we're going to have fun playing Magic, and what we're trying to do is we're playing Tattered Raptor, or an infinite damage combo, which is always really fun to play. So, 2 Crypt mana cost, 2/3. This Marauding Raptor is insane. Creature spells you cast 1 less to cast, which is awesome. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Marauding Raptor deals 2 damage to it. If a dinosaur is dealt damage this way, Marauding Raptor gets +2/+0 until end turn. So every time anything enters the battlefield, as long as this is out, it does 2 damage to it. If there's multiples, it actually gets pretty bad. But the cool thing about this is what we want is we want 1 Marauding Raptor on the battlefield. And then we want Tattered Mummies in the graveyard, in our hand, whatever. Whenever it dies, each opponent loses 2 life. So we're going to do 2 damage to it with Marauding Raptor, and it'll lose 2 life and die. We also have Pitiless Plunderer. Whenever another creature you control dies, create a treasure token. Sweet. So we get it. So every time Tattered Mummy dies, which will cost 1 because Marauding Raptor makes him 1 less to cast. So we get a treasure for every time, and all we need besides that is a Liliana, Untouched by Death. -3 on her. You may cast zombie cards from your graveyard this turn, and you are able to keep casting the Tattered Mummy over and over and over again from the graveyard with the 1 mana that we get from Pitiless Plunderer until we get, and it's each opponent, so this is actually an infinite combo that you can do for a whole board of people, which is really, really cool. And so that's the game plan. It is a 4-card combo, which means it's very difficult to make happen. So if you don't see it perfectly in this video, I'm sorry, but I'm going to be trying for it. I'm going to be playing like 4 or 5 games to make that happen. Then we have Marauding Raptor, Raptor Hatchling, which is also great with Marauding Raptor. We have a very aggressive playstyle with this deck where we're going to be swinging in with a massive Marauding Raptor, especially if we get Raptor Hatchling out there, which will come in, it's a dinosaur, so he gets the +2/+0. Then it'll be enraged. It'll go up to a 3/3, create another dinosaur that comes in, enrage him again. So swing in for a 6/3 possibly, and we can actually do that. Because of the -1 for all creature spells, what we could do is Marauding Raptor on turn 2, Raptor Hatchling. We could play 3 of them on turn 3, if we had 3 red mana, and be swinging in for, I think it's like 12 or 14 damage with Marauding Raptor, and then we have lots of burn to kind of finish it off. We have the Tattered Mummies, we have all this other stuff to finish things off, and this deck is just one of those that I think is going to be really fun and kind of janky to play. We're built around the combo. We're built around kind of being aggressive and making sure we're getting in damage. I have Eternal Taskmaster in here to help us get stuff back from the graveyard to our hand if we need it, and this is just any creature card. So like if our Plunderer gets killed, if our Raptor gets killed, the Tattered Mummy we can bring back to our hand and kind of just keep doing that as well. It's a 2 damage shock every turn if we want it, and then Sovereign Spite to help us kind of make the game go longer but still be a burn spell. But because we are a combo deck, I wanted it to go a little bit longer, have a little bit of life gain in there because we're gonna need it. Twilight Prophet. The main reason for this is it's hard to find creatures that aren't just going to die to Marauding Raptor in these colors. Twilight Prophet is one of those that we do kind of go wide enough at some point here. If we go late game, we have Lilianas, everything like that. That Twilight Prophet can just close out the game for us with the life gain and hitting them in. But also it's just a 2/4 flyer. Flying sometimes is really nice in this deck. It's a good blocker, and it's not going to die to Marauding Raptor. So that's the game plan. Let's go ahead and get to the gameplay, see how this goes, and wish me luck. And I just changed my mind. I just realized that Twilight Prophet is good, but the biggest issue I ran into it before was not hitting Ascend and not actually getting the extra ability. Spawn of Mayhem, I just realized, is amazing. It works with a lot of other things in the deck, so we're going to do Spawn of Mayhem instead. Alrighty, up against this guy. Awesome. And Tattered Raptor, let's see how this does for us. The Raptor Hatchling is interesting, but we do have Pitiless Plunderer, 1 piece of the combo. Sweet. We also possibly have a Spawn of Mayhem on turn 3. We have Risk Factor to hopefully draw some cards for us too. I don't think we don't keep this. We would like to have a Marauding Raptor in hand. That's probably the main thing we want, but Pitiless Plunderer also is not terrible. Getting that out early is also good. We can do our combo on turn 6, turn 7 just fine. And sometimes it's nice to be able to get everything out at one time. All right, so Temple of Silence. The sound of silence. All right, Raptor Hatchling Goo. Up against black means that we probably won't actually be getting lots of value from this guy, but we will be able to swing in and hopefully hit for a Spawn of Mayhem. And that is what we desire. I hate the animation on that. It gives so much information. Because I do think that they see it. All right, so swing. They're gonna kill this now. Swing. All right, so I do have the cast down. Is it better to get out Raptor Hatchling or just we can play this anyway? So let's go ahead and risk factor now. I guess instant speed would have been better, but that's fine. All right, risk factor. Yeah, takes the 4, kills the guy. He doesn't get enraged because it wasn't dealt damage. And that's the biggest issue with the enraged stuff in general is against black. Because black or white, I guess, just don't actually do damage to them. They just exile them, kill them, destroy them without doing damage. Lotus Field. Interesting. It's pretty neat, pretty neat. Rot back, brings back the 2 lands, just target permanents. Whoa, that's cool. Alright, alright. I've not seen that combo before. I didn't realize you can do lands too, though, which is sweet. Alright, well let's and they're gonna have like board wipes and stuff. Let's see here. What do we do? Let's go for Pitiless Plunderer would be nice. It's another creature though that dies. Let's go for Spawn of Mayhem. Go for the aggro plan here. I'm guessing this is a control type of deck. Just getting some ramp up for what though? Because there's got to be lots of pieces in the deck that are just built around Lotus Field to actually make it work. Which then, is it good? It's like, all right, Fairy.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Righto. All right, just bounces Spawn. That's a big fat bummer. The nice thing too is we're fine getting rid of this Tattered Mummy. All right, let's see what they get rid of. We do have 2 pieces of the combo. Okay, Spawn of Mayhem, that's fine. We'll probably, man, we really need to make sure we keep this Plunderer alive. All right, well, let's go for Hatchling and Tattered Mummy. Next turn we can Pitiless Plunderer. If there is a board wipe, then we can play this down, get some treasures at least from it. We'll see if that's enough.
Trust me, I have a plan.
They can have Settle the Wreckage. They can play... they have board wipe. They can play instant speed now as well. 6 mana. What you got? Land, huh? Alright, well, let's swing both at Teferi. Do we really care about Teferi? Might just draw out more stuff. Let's see here. I'm not sure we really care about Teferi. That's just gaining him life. Him bouncing stuff back is annoying, though. But it's not the end of the world for us. We're a combo deck. And we're also like a burn deck a little bit. Alright, Kaya's Wrath. Yeah, should have got out the Plunderer beforehand. Maybe not, I guess. Getting out this guy and keeping him alive is really important to our game plan. We will play the land, I guess. Yeah, pass the turn. Yeah, it picks up with Teferi.
Nothing.
And man, I really don't know what we can do here. We haven't seen any kind of win condition for them yet, though, either. So we're going to stay in the game. You have skin in the game, stay in the game. Silica Bellhaunt. All right, well, we discard Tattered Mummy. That's fine. Doesn't bother us too much. We have a blocker for him, at least. Nice. All right, holding up some white mana. So do they have another brought back? It's really cool. Doesn't have the other brought back. Well, light up the stage or risk factor. Not very good choices, huh? I guess we go light up the stage. Digging for a Marauding Raptor and a Liliana. Let's go ahead and keep Teferi down a little bit so it doesn't hit our Pitiless Plunderer. And we'll just pass the turn. Risk factors aren't great here, are they? Maybe we need to just be playing full like card draw over the risk factors. I like them because it can get them pretty low on life. We can be a little bit more aggressive with them. And it does draw us cards at some points. I mean, it's four chances for card draw.
I'll protect you.
And let's see, man. This guy's taking his time on this. Taking his bloody time. All right, so he has 7 mana. Cool. What you gonna do with it, sir? Blue. And what? Come on, dude. Gotta be playing a little bit faster here. Alright, it's not that bad. Thought Erasure. Dude, we don't even have anything in our hand. Yeah, so this is one issue with this, is I wish that it had like a label above it, like hand, not hand. Because it does not.
I know.
Are they going to tuck the Plunderer?
Let's skip.
I didn't think of that. But they get to untap the 2 Lotus Fields with Teferi. What? Oh, that's good. That's way good. Untap these. That'll be great. Alright, well, that's a land. So let's risk factor from exile. See what they give us. I'm assuming they just take the damage, because they can do that all day long. And, man. We don't even have enough to do it, to play this. Do we want to get this out on the battlefield anyway? Let's play it. Pass the turn. New attacks. And Teferi's not enough for us to scoop here.
Keep up the pace.
It's annoying. I mean, if they get to their ultimate, then yeah, it's really annoying.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
A D Sparks. Now we might just scoop. Yeah. All right. Well, risk factor. Discard swamp. Come on, you know you want to let us draw. Okay, down to 7. I'm assuming next turn risk factor he might let us draw there, so that'll be nice at least. We're going to stay in the game. We're not completely out of it. That's one nice thing about combo. The issue is that it's a 4-piece combo. The other thing, though, is that he's letting a lot of damage go to face, and he doesn't have tons of ways to gain life, it looks like. And we have lots of burn in the deck. We can just go face with a lot of this stuff, and hopefully it's enough to win. He does have Basilica Bell Haunts, things like that. We'll see what else he's got. Okay, Oath of Kaya gets to gain some life back up to 10 and take another risk factor just fine now. You can bounce this back and play it again over and over again with the Teferi. Time Ravela. It looks like, yeah, that's what he's going to do.
Don't worry, I got this.
Got rid of his black mana. He's playing this a little bit interestingly.
I can no longer stand by and watch. I've got it.
Okay, down to 11. And gain 3 more life, and we just keep drawing squat. So yeah, we're going to be done with this game now. We'll see if he lets us draw here. Yep, and concede. All right, up against Yamaya. Bring it on, Yamaya. And let's see how this does. So Tattered Raptor. We don't have the Raptor, but we have 2 of the combo pieces in hand. This is one that we almost want just in the graveyard, but that also means it's a decent early game play. So we're going to keep this. This isn't bad. It ain't too shabby. Do we want to go for the Bloodfell Caves earlier? Let us see. Let's go Blood Crypt tapped past the turn. Depending on if this Tattered Mummy gets in for damage, we'll play the Blood Crypt to play Spawn of Mayhem. And that's a 3rd piece of the combo. All we need to find now is the Raptor, which the biggest issue with this deck is if we don't have Raptor in hand, we can accidentally mill it over. Which is why we have Eternal Taskmaster. But that does slow our combo. Ooh. But isn't that nice? Alright, so Raptor. Let's go ahead and play. We could play the Tattered Mummy. The nice thing is that this makes everything cheaper too. It's so cool. Bloodfell Caves. Swing with the Mummy. Down to 19, past the turn. And we're actually, we're pretty close to just going off with this. Yerak. Okay, that's fine. As long as we keep Raptor alive, we're okay here. We are really close to the infinite combo. We just have to keep Liliana alive as well. Alright, so Plunderer. 2 damage to it, that's fine. Let's get some treasure while we're here, why don't we? We're showing them way too much of this combo with 6 mana untapping, 7 mana untapping here. They have Field of the Dead, which they could have Scape Shift, but Scape Shift doesn't stop them. Risen Reef is good though. That's a lot of triggers from Risen Reef, a lot of Field of the Dead triggers possibly here. Which is actually fine with us because we have the infinite combo next turn. Oh, this is gonna be sweet. What do you got? Do you have removal? That's the biggest thing we're worried about. Yeah, resolve all. That's fine. Another Risen Reef? Don't kill me. Oh, you. Okay, that's fine. Yep, take action. Let's grab a land. That's fine. Whatever. We have so much dual lands right now. Another Assassin's Trophy. No! Ah, oh, not like this. We really don't care. I guess we just block. It's fine. Having him in the graveyard doesn't necessarily hurt us at all. So, do we try for risk factor? We'll pass to my turn. All right, let's go for. Oh, we should have done it last turn, I guess. Liliana's just gonna die if we bring it out now. Yep, lets it happen. They have so much life gain from Yerak, it doesn't really matter. We could kill Yerak with this, but now they have Field of the Dead. We'll just pass the turn. I'm kind of hoping to get Yerak killed with a shock to at least slow the game down a bit. Stop their life gain. We were one turn away. Oh, it's so frustrating. Yeah, I probably should have killed the Risen Reefs there. Or the... Yeah. Resolve it all. Yep, double triggers here. Yep. Gonna be a bit insane. And I'm trying to think of if there's any way we can come back from this. Should have done that earlier, I guess. Down to 9. We're dead next turn. Is there any way... Raptor... Liliana... We were so close! I'm just going to play it out here. So this is how it goes. Normally you have the Pitiless Plunderer, so you can do it. But... Oh, man. We were so close to the infinite combo. And we will concede after this one. Actually, we'll just concede. Oh, man. Pitiless Plunderer to the graveyard. And man, if we had an extra turn there, maybe we could have come back, but that was interesting. So guys, I ended up playing quite a few more games trying to get this combo to work. It is a really hard combo to work, to make happen. I did change up the deck to try to work with the Dominaria deck thing here as well. I'm going to go ahead and play this against Sparky just to try to give you guys an infinite combo here to see how it works, because it does work pretty often. I was winning games but didn't get an actual combo off, things like that. So I wanted to just show you guys this deck working right. So let's go ahead and get into that game here. So the changes that I made will be in the description down below, where the deck list is. Deck list is always the very last.
Ready to play.
Part in the very bottom. So I'm going to keep this because we have Pitiless Plunderer. Not too shabby here at all. Okay, it looks like... So we're playing up against Sparky. I have lost to Sparky in the past. For the most part, we shouldn't have to deal with that, though. So we're just going to be digging for other pieces. I'm not sure what Sparky does with risk factor. It's going to be a little bit different, but I want to get off the combo. It's one of those, like... This just sounds really fun to actually make it happen. I guess we need to keep one in hand just to make sure it dies to a Marauding Raptor when we find it. So let's go ahead and... I mean, I guess we do what we would normally do. I would shock that, swing in here, and then Sovereign's Bite. Hold back the Tattered Mummy. Hope... I mean, I could try for the risk factor there as well. But let's keep the keep the 3/1 off the battlefield as well. Alright, Cloud Kinseer. And unsummons the Mummy. That's fine. Alright, well, let's go for Risk Factor. Again, I believe that Sparky always lets you draw. I'm wrong. Well, this way we also get to get this down into the graveyard. And wait until we find a land. We find this Liliana. That's the wrong Liliana for the combo. Down to 21. And if we can't beat Sparky with this, it's gonna be pretty bad. Hopefully this resolves. I'm not sure if they play counters. They play unsummons apparently and that kind of stuff. And Pitiless Plunderer is a great way to go at this too. There's some fun stuff. There's unsummon. All right. Well, down to 19. Okay, there's Liliana. So we have 3 pieces of the combo, but not all of the combo. We don't want to go for Liliana because going for her ability might get Marauding Raptor into the graveyard, which we don't really have a good way of getting it back there. That's one of the biggest downsides of this deck. We don't want her to die either. Let's go for the Risk Factor, discarding Tattered Mummy. Okay, let's us draw. There is the Marauding Raptor. So next turn... Oh, we're so close to being able to have lethal on next turn. So no attacks. Actually, wait, it costs 1 to cast after this. I don't think we quite have enough. Double Marauding Raptor. Alright, so... let's go... Marauding Raptor. We can play Pitiless Plunderer into Tattered Mummy. But if we just play Liliana, we can't really get this back. We don't have the mana to play the one that's there. So let's go for Pitiless Plunderer. Got 2 damage there. Tattered Mummy. Get the shock. Get it into the graveyard. Hopefully this will resolve. We don't want to play the double Marauding Raptor. We want to keep that in hand, and we will pass the turn. And it looks like we have the infinite combo. Hopefully. Swings in for 3. Yep. That's fine. Please don't have a negate here. Winged Words. That's fine. Yep. Playing it after the fact of swinging in, as Sparky does. Again, we're up against Sparky, I recognize that, but we just want to make this combo happen. Alright, so, play the Swamp, play Liliana, don't get countered. Yes, alright, so this is now game. Alright, so Tattered Mummy. Alright, so here's the infinite combo. It dies, 2 damage to them, we get 2 treasures, we always are able to play these guys again. Yep. This is also infinite mana now because we have an extra one as well. So there's a lot of cool things you could do with this. Tattered Mummy again. And so we did get the infinite combo. I wanted to at least show this off. It's really difficult to make it happen in normal gameplay because it's just a very difficult. If it's a 4-piece combo, it's, man, like 3-piece combos are about like happen maybe once in a blue moon. 4-piece combos are just so difficult to make happen. We have to hope they don't have any removal, especially because all the pieces are creatures. Makes it even more difficult, you know, except for one Liliana. So we did get the combo. Tattered Mummy for the win. 10 damage with that one. Had ended with 10 mana as well, which was awesome. So there we go. I was able to show you guys the deck. So this one, do I recommend this deck? I've actually recorded this video like 4 times now, and that's why I decided, you know what, let's just go ahead and show it with Sparky, because I know I can get this video done. And I like the idea of this deck, and I think that there could be a way that you can build it to make it more consistent. I added the Gone Eternal Bantu to try to like You can kill the Tattered Mummies that you have out in the battlefield to get some more value there. You can hopefully draw the cards, because the biggest issue is having the Marauding Raptors. You have to have Marauding Raptors to turn on any part of this deck, really, of that combo. Because you could just do Marauding Raptor, Liliana, and the Tattered Mummy and be doing like 10 points of damage each turn if you have those. With enough mana. So there are some really cool things you can do even outside of having the full infinite combo with Pitiless Plunderer. But you have to have Marauding Raptor for it to work really at all. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.